In one of the most fascinating and hotly debated lunar images released in recent years, a mysterious photograph taken by China's space agency has once again captured global attention. The image, which was reportedly sent back to Earth from the far side of the Moon, appears to show a smooth, metallic, disc-shaped object resting on the lunar surface. While the China National Space Administration has not issued an official statement about the object, those who have studied the photo closely are convinced that it represents something extraordinary, something that stands apart from the countless ordinary lunar rocks and shadows seen in previous missions. The photograph in question shows the barren and rocky terrain of the Moon, illuminated by faint sunlight reflecting off the dusty ground. In the center of the image lies what many have described as a silver disk, an object that looks unnaturally symmetrical and reflective compared to its surroundings. This single detail has sparked a storm of speculation among researchers, enthusiasts, and online communities that study mysterious space phenomena. What makes this even more intriguing is that the object seems partially embedded into the ground, as if it had landed there intentionally or perhaps crashed at some point in the distant past. The image first came to light following China's successful landing on the far side of the Moon on the 3rd of January, 2019. This was part of the Chang'e 4 mission, the first in human history to achieve a soft landing on the lunar far side. At the time, the mission's primary focus was to study the Moon's composition, radiation levels, and potential for future exploration. However, this particular image, which has since been circulated widely on social media, was not part of the official releases shared by China National Space Administration. It was quietly rediscovered years later, where online communities began analyzing every detail. Many believe that the space agency may not have realized what was captured, or perhaps chose not to draw attention to it. Those who have examined the image claim the object does not appear to be a natural formation. Its smooth, circular shape, its reflective surface, and the way it catches the light are unlike anything else visible in the lunar landscape. While the Moon's surface is filled with craters, dust, and rocky debris, this object seems distinct, almost manufactured. Researchers of mysterious aerial phenomena have pointed out that the structure bears a striking resemblance to the iconic disc-shaped craft often reported in sightings across Earth. Some even claim that the photograph may represent evidence that intelligent visitors have been to the Moon, or perhaps have been there far longer than humanity realizes. Skeptics have suggested the image could be the result of light distortion, camera glare, or the peculiar angles of the Moon's rugged terrain. However, those who have analyzed the photo at higher resolutions argue that its geometry is too precise and its edges too defined for such explanations. The fact that China National Space Administration has not revisited or investigated the site further only deepens the mystery. Why, many ask, did China not send a rover to inspect the object more closely? Was there perhaps more discovered than the public has been told? The timing of the photograph's resurgence on social media is no coincidence. In recent years, the so-called dark side of the Moon, more accurately referred to as the far side, since it is simply the hemisphere that never faces Earth, has been at the center of growing speculation. For decades, whispers and claims have circulated suggesting that this hidden region may house secret installations or ancient relics not meant for public knowledge. Because this part of the Moon permanently faces away from Earth, it is the perfect location for activities or structures that might remain unseen by our planet's telescopes. The idea of human or non-human outposts on the far side of the Moon has been discussed for years by researchers and former insiders. They claim that its isolation makes it ideal for advanced scientific work or covert operations. The resurfacing of this image has reignited those theories, with many suggesting that the object could be evidence of such activity, perhaps an artifact left behind from a secret project or something far older. What adds another layer of intrigue is the distinct lack of public follow-up from any major space agency. Despite the international interest the photograph has generated, there has been silence from most official channels. This, some argue, reflects a pattern long observed in cases involving unexplained aerial or space anomalies: limited acknowledgement, followed by quiet omission. Those who follow these events believe that certain information about the Moon has been withheld from the public, perhaps to prevent widespread speculation about what truly lies beyond our view. The mysterious silver disk continues to inspire debate. Some believe it to be the remains of an ancient craft, proof that the moon may have once hosted visitors. Others think it could represent technology of human origin, possibly from undisclosed missions conducted under the veil of secrecy. Whatever the truth may be, the image serves as a stark reminder that despite all humanity's achievements in exploration, the moon remains a mysterious and partially unexplored world. As the photograph continues to circulate and attract attention, it has become symbolic of a broader question that has persisted for decades. What, if anything, are we not being told about our nearest celestial neighbor? The moon, silent and unchanging, has long held its secrets close. This photograph, capturing what appears to be a silver disk glinting faintly under lunar light, stands as one of the most provocative pieces of imagery ever to emerge from space exploration.
Secretary of Energy Chris Wright is in Amarillo to deliver remarks recognizing the completion of the first production unit of the B-6113.
Of the first B-61-13.
The first B-61-13 gravity bomb.
The Department of Energy says the bomb is a modernized nuclear weapon designed to meet updated Department of Defense requirements.
In a major development within the realm of global defense and strategic deterrence, the United States Department of Energy's National Nuclear Security Administration has officially announced the completion of the first nuclear gravity bomb. This announcement, made at a keynote event held at the Pantex plant in Texas, marked a significant moment in the modernization of America's nuclear arsenal. Led by Secretary of Energy Chris Wright, the event underscored the urgency and strategic importance behind the weapon's accelerated development. This represents the latest advancement in the B-61 family of nuclear gravity bombs, a series that has been a central pillar of the US nuclear triad for decades. Gravity bombs are nuclear weapons designed to be dropped from aircraft, relying on gravity alone to reach their targets, as opposed to being guided or propelled. This class of weapon plays a crucial role in the United States' strategic and tactical nuclear posture, offering flexible deployment options and a wide range of potential applications in both deterrent and military capacities. With a maximum yield of up to 360 kilotons, the B-61 is approximately 24 times more powerful than the atomic bomb detonated over Hiroshima in 1945. According to estimations based on airburst scenarios, such a blast would completely devastate urban structures within a 1-mile radius, demolish most buildings within a 2-mile range, and cause severe thermal burns at distances extending up to 7 miles. Lethal radiation exposure could reach as far as 2 miles. These figures, however, vary depending on terrain and the precise height at which the bomb is detonated. Regardless, the destructive potential of the gravity bomb underscores its role as a powerful component in the broader US strategy of deterrence. The gravity bomb's production timeline has surprised many observers. The first B-61 unit was completed nearly a year ahead of schedule and within 2 years of the program's initiation. Officials attribute this achievement to streamlined design processes, rapid congressional approval, and a highly coordinated effort between the Department of Energy's National Nuclear Security Administration and the US Air Force. Engineering teams were able to begin test builds just 3 months after securing necessary funding, making this gravity bomb one of the fastest developed nuclear weapons since the end of the Cold War. This accelerated pace reflects both technological capability and a renewed sense of urgency given the current global security landscape. The B-61 is not intended as an entirely new design, but as an evolution of previous models. It builds upon the recently deployed B-61-12, incorporating the same safety, security, and precision guidance upgrades. However, the new bomb features a significantly higher yield and is specifically tailored to target large, fortified, and deeply buried enemy facilities. It is to be deployed exclusively by strategic bombers operating from within the continental United States, further differentiating its mission from previous variants. In recent years, the US government has placed considerable emphasis on modernizing its nuclear arsenal in accordance with the 2022 Nuclear Posture Review. This policy framework emphasizes maintaining a credible, safe, and effective nuclear deterrent in the face of evolving threats, including those posed by peer and near-peer adversaries. The development of the B-61 is seen as an embodiment of this strategy, ensuring that the United States maintains flexibility in nuclear planning and remains prepared to respond to a range of potential contingencies. However, the announcement of the B-61 has not been without controversy. Critics of the program argue that the development of such a powerful and precise nuclear weapon risks escalating tensions between nuclear-armed states. They worry that by introducing new capabilities, the United States could inadvertently spark an arms race or encourage adversaries to pursue similar advances in their own arsenals. These concerns are compounded by the ethical implications associated with the potential use of a high-yield nuclear weapon in modern warfare. The sheer destructive capacity of a 360-kiloton gravity bomb is difficult to fully comprehend. Beyond the immediate blast and radiation effects, a detonation of such magnitude would result in long-term environmental and humanitarian consequences. Radiation contamination, fallout, and the displacement of populations are just a few of the long-lasting issues associated with the use of nuclear weapons. For these reasons, many experts and advocacy groups have called for greater transparency, international dialogue, and renewed commitments to non-proliferation efforts. Despite the debates surrounding the B-61, officials have defended the program as a necessary step in adapting to current and future security challenges. Acting Deputy Administrator for Defense Programs, David Hoagland, emphasized that the successful production of the B-61 reflects a broader capability to manage multiple modernization efforts simultaneously without compromising on safety or technical standards. It is one of 7 active modernization programs under the United States Department of Energy's National Nuclear Security Administration's oversight, signaling a comprehensive overhaul of the aging U.S. nuclear arsenal. Supporters of the new gravity bomb argue that its precision and safety features make it a more responsible option within the spectrum of nuclear capabilities. By replacing older, less reliable bombs, the B-61 aims to enhance command and control, reduce the risk of accidental detonation, and offer more targeted effects if ever used. These factors, proponents say, contribute to a more credible and controlled deterrent, potentially preventing conflict by ensuring that adversaries perceive any nuclear aggression as a losing proposition. Furthermore, the development of the B-61 aligns with ongoing efforts to address emerging military technologies and tactics, such as hardened underground facilities and advanced anti-air defenses. In this sense, the bomb is seen not only as a symbol of power, but as a practical tool in strategic military planning. The combination of upgraded delivery mechanisms, improved guidance systems, and variable yield options allows the US military to tailor its nuclear posture more precisely to evolving threats. Ultimately, the recent announcement of the nuclear gravity bomb marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing evolution of global strategic defense. It highlights the balance that modern states must strike between deterrence and diplomacy, innovation and restraint. While it introduces powerful new capabilities, it also raises important questions about the future of arms control, the risks of escalation, and the responsibilities of nuclear-armed nations. The United States Navy announces that it's using directed energy weapons. In a significant and unprecedented move, the United States Navy has officially acknowledged its use of high-energy laser weapons, marking a defining moment in the evolution of modern warfare. This announcement, which confirms the successful deployment and testing of advanced directed energy technology, has sparked both intrigue and discussion in defense circles and beyond. The Navy's recent admission shines a light on the progress being made in military technology and signals a transformative shift in how future battles may be fought, without the need for traditional ammunition and with a level of precision that current weaponry cannot achieve. The cornerstone of this announcement revolves around the USS Portland, a cutting-edge vessel with amphibious capabilities, which has now etched its name into military history by successfully using a solid-state laser weapon system to disable an unmanned aerial vehicle. This breakthrough was not merely a test of concept, but a demonstration of real-world functionality under authentic maritime conditions. The laser, operating with incredible intensity and accuracy, effectively neutralized its airborne target, proving its capability as a next-generation defensive tool. The ability to incapacitate drones in flight using a concentrated beam of energy is a powerful indicator of how seriously the Navy is embracing futuristic defense strategies. This level of success is not a sudden leap, but the result of years of rigorous research, scientific advancement, and carefully conducted field tests. The laser weapon system, described as a solid-state laser weapons system demonstrator, was tested in the vast, unpredictable waters of the Pacific Ocean. Though the exact coordinates of the test site remain classified for security reasons, the Navy has released captivating images and video footage that show a powerful laser beam being projected from the side of the USS Portland. These visuals not only serve as evidence of the laser's capabilities, but also symbolize a new chapter in US military preparedness and strategic deterrence. The Navy's decision to publicize this capability is notable. High-energy laser weapons have long been a topic of speculation and futuristic imagination, often appearing in science fiction. However, their real-world application is no longer speculative. By confirming their operational use, the Navy is signaling both confidence in the system and a warning to potential adversaries. The message is clear. The future of warfare will not solely be decided by missiles and gunfire, but by energy-based systems that can strike at the speed of light, silently and without warning. Directed energy weapons like high-energy lasers represent a monumental shift from conventional warfare methods. Instead of relying on projectiles or explosions, these weapons deliver focused energy, such as light or microwaves, directly to a target. This results in incapacitation through heat, disruption, or other physical effects, without the explosive destruction typically associated with traditional weapons. One of the key advantages of these systems is their pinpoint precision, which significantly reduces collateral damage. In densely populated or sensitive environments, this precision is invaluable, allowing forces to neutralize threats without endangering civilians or critical infrastructure. Another defining characteristic of laser weapons is their speed. Energy beams travel at the speed of light, meaning they can reach their targets almost instantly once fired. This provides a substantial tactical advantage, allowing operators to respond to fast-moving threats such as drones, rockets, or incoming projectiles in real time. The ability to act almost instantaneously is a game-changer in scenarios where fractions of a second can determine the outcome. The USS Portland's use of the laser weapon against a UAV is particularly significant. Drones are increasingly being used in both reconnaissance and offensive operations, often posing difficult challenges for conventional air defense systems. Their small size, maneuverability, and the difficulty of tracking them make them elusive targets. A high-energy laser system, however, bypasses these issues entirely by locking onto and disabling the drone's operational systems with a burst of directed energy. This approach is both efficient and cost-effective, as it avoids the need to deploy expensive missiles to neutralize relatively low-cost threats. The announcement also highlights how far US military innovation has advanced in terms of weapon deployment timelines. The Department of Defense, in collaboration with the Department of Energy's National Nuclear Security Administration, reported that the development and integration of the laser system aboard the Portland occurred with remarkable speed. This accelerated timeline reflects a broader shift within the military-industrial complex toward agile development, rapid prototyping, and timely deployment. These changes are necessary in a global environment where threats are becoming more diverse and unpredictable. While the Navy has not disclosed the exact power output of the laser used, estimates and independent studies suggest that such systems may reach power levels of up to 150 kilowatts. A laser at this strength is capable of disabling aircraft, drones, and potentially even smaller boats or lightly armored vehicles. The implications are profound. Not only can these lasers engage aerial threats, but they also have potential applications in protecting naval fleets from swarming attacks by unmanned systems or speedboats, tactics that are becoming more common in modern asymmetrical warfare. Captain Carrie Sanders, commanding officer of the USS Portland, emphasized the importance of conducting these tests in real maritime conditions. According to him, testing the system at sea provides invaluable data on how it performs under variable and unpredictable circumstances, from weather to wave impact. These insights are critical for ensuring that the system can be reliably deployed across different combat scenarios. Testing also allows for calibration and refinement, ensuring that safety and efficiency are maintained as the weapon is integrated into broader defense strategies. As international security dynamics grow more complex, The demand for innovative, responsive, and adaptive defense solutions has never been higher. Countries around the world are exploring the potential of directed energy weapons, but the US Navy's successful testing and operational deployment sets a precedent. It reflects a significant leap ahead in technological capability and underlines a commitment to maintaining strategic superiority. Critically, the use of such systems is not without ethical and strategic debate. While laser weapons offer precision and lower collateral risk, their potential to escalate conflicts or shift global power balances cannot be ignored. There is also concern about an arms race in directed energy systems, particularly if other nations seek to match or counter US advancements. These technologies could blur the lines of engagement, leading to quicker escalations or unintended consequences in high-tension environments. The international community must begin addressing these issues with transparency, regulation, and dialogue to ensure that innovation does not come at the cost of global stability. As of right now, the US Navy's admission of using high-energy laser weapons aboard the USS Portland is a defining moment in military innovation. It reflects not only a successful test of futuristic technology, but also a broader shift in how threats are managed in modern warfare. These weapons offer precision, speed, and versatility, providing a glimpse into what future naval and aerial combat could look like. A strange and futuristic-looking flat object has been discovered in satellite images from 2011, taken at the Lockheed Skunk Works base in Helendale, California. This highly secretive military facility, known for developing some of the most advanced aerospace technology in the world, has long been rumored to be a testing ground for experimental aircraft and possibly even UFO-related projects. What makes this discovery so intriguing is that the object in question, which measured approximately 18 meters or 60 feet in length, has completely vanished from more recent satellite imagery. Even more suspicious is the fact that the newer satellite images of the same location appear far more blurry, leading some to speculate that efforts have been made to obscure what is happening at the site. The original 2011 satellite images clearly show a sleek, slim, and advanced-looking object resting at the facility. Its unusual design and aerodynamic shape do not resemble any known aircraft that has been publicly disclosed. Unlike conventional fighter jets or drones, this object lacks wings, vertical stabilizers, or any visible propulsion system, making it stand out among other vehicles typically seen at such military sites. Given the history of Lockheed Skunk Works in developing classified military aircraft, including stealth bombers and next-generation fighter jets, many have speculated that this object could be part of a highly classified advanced aerospace project. However, what has truly fueled widespread speculation is the fact that this object is no longer visible in more recent satellite imagery of the same location. If this was simply an experimental aircraft that was later moved or dismantled, one would expect to see clearer satellite images of the area in subsequent years. Instead, many researchers have noted that the newer satellite images of the site appear noticeably more pixelated and blurred, as if efforts have been made to conceal whatever is taking place at the facility. This has led to two primary theories. The first is that the object was a highly classified human-made aircraft, possibly an advanced prototype that has since been relocated to another secure facility. The second, and far more controversial theory, is that the object may not have been of human origin at all, but rather an unidentified flying object that was being studied at the site. If this were the case, it would explain why the more recent satellite images appear altered or degraded, perhaps to prevent the public from gaining further insight into the nature of this craft and the activities occurring at the base. Lockheed Skunk Works has been at the center of UFO and secret aircraft rumors for decades. The facility is responsible for the development of some of the most cutting-edge military aviation projects, including the Nighthawk stealth fighter, the SR-71 Blackbird reconnaissance plane, and even involvement in the design of the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Given their long history of working on projects that are decades ahead of publicly known technology, it would not be surprising if they were currently developing aircraft that appear to defy traditional aerospace design principles. However, what has caught the attention of UFO researchers is that this mysterious object resembles the descriptions of UFOs seen around the world, particularly those reported near military bases and restricted airspace. Many UFO sightings over the years have described flat, disc-like or triangular-shaped craft capable of hovering motionless, traveling at extreme speeds and executing maneuvers beyond known human technology. The absence of visible propulsion systems or exhaust ports on the object seen in the 2011 satellite image further supports the idea that this could be a craft utilizing exotic propulsion technology, possibly even anti-gravity or electromagnetic propulsion. If the object was indeed an extraterrestrial craft being studied at Skunk Works, this could explain why the satellite images in later years have been blurred or altered. The United States government has long been suspected of recovering and reverse engineering UFOs, and many believe that facilities like Lockheed's Skunk Works play a crucial role in this effort. If such a program exists, it would make sense that the military would take extreme precautions to prevent any further evidence from being uncovered through publicly available satellite imagery. The discovery of this object has sparked renewed interest in Lockheed's Skunk Works and its possible connection to unidentified aerial phenomena. With recent government disclosures admitting that UAPs are real and exhibit flight characteristics beyond known human capabilities, the possibility that this object was part of a larger UFO-related program cannot be ignored. Some have even speculated that this could be linked to the Pentagon's secret UFO retrieval efforts, which whistleblowers have recently come forward to discuss. As more people investigate this mysterious object and its disappearance from satellite imagery, there is growing pressure on officials to disclose what was really happening at this facility. If this was simply an advanced prototype aircraft, why was it left exposed in satellite images, only to later be erased or concealed? If it was not of human origin, then the implications of such a discovery are staggering. For now, the truth remains elusive, but one thing is certain. Something highly unusual was photographed at Lockheed Skunk Works in 2011, and whatever it was, it has since been removed and possibly hidden from further public scrutiny. Whether this was a top-secret military aircraft, a reverse-engineered UFO, or something else entirely, the secrecy surrounding it only adds to the growing body of evidence that governments and private defense contractors may be working on technology far beyond what has been publicly disclosed. The blurred satellite images, the missing object, and the increasing number of whistleblowers speaking out about UFO encounters and retrieval programs all point toward the possibility that we are on the cusp of a major revelation. If Lockheed Skunk Works was involved in studying anomalous aerial technology, it would not be the first time a major military contractor played a role in pushing the boundaries of aerospace innovation, whether through human ingenuity or something far more mysterious. One of the central claims made by UFO enthusiasts and some former military personnel is that recovered advanced crafts have been reverse-engineered to develop new technologies. If such claims are true, Lockheed Martin, with its deep ties to the US military and its cutting-edge research facilities, would be a likely candidate for such endeavors. The US government has a history of conducting classified projects, often referred to as black projects. These projects are typically highly secretive, with funding and details obscured from public and even congressional scrutiny. Lockheed Martin has been a key contractor for many of these black projects, raising questions about what undisclosed technologies the company might be developing. In recent years, the Pentagon has acknowledged the existence of various hidden programs, a secretive initiative aimed at investigating UFO sightings. The release of videos showing unidentified aerial phenomena exhibiting extraordinary flight characteristics has reignited public interest and speculation about the nature of these objects. Given Lockheed Martin's close relationship with the Department of Defense, it is plausible that the company could be involved in analyzing or even reverse engineering these UAPs. Lockheed Martin's technological capabilities are among the most advanced in the world. The company's research and development efforts span a wide range of cutting-edge technologies, including stealth, hypersonic flight, and advanced materials. These capabilities align with many of the characteristics attributed to UFOs, such as high-speed maneuverability, radar evasion, and unconventional propulsion methods. Lockheed Martin is actively developing hypersonic weapons and directed energy systems, both of which represent significant advancements in aerospace technology. Hypersonic vehicles, capable of traveling at speeds exceeding Mach 5, could explain some UFO sightings. Similarly, energy weapons, which use lasers or other forms of energy to disable targets, could be mistaken for extraterrestrial technology by those unfamiliar with their existence. The possibility that Lockheed Martin could have UFOs or access to extraterrestrial technology raises profound questions about the nature of aerospace innovation and government secrecy. While there is no definitive evidence to confirm these claims, the company's history of advanced projects, involvement in black projects, and technological capabilities make it a plausible candidate for such speculation. The increasing public interest in UFOs and the recent declassification of related materials suggest a growing demand for transparency from both governments and private contractors like Lockheed Martin. Greater transparency could help demystify many aspects of advanced aerospace research and potentially confirm or refute the existence of extraterrestrial technology. Whether or not Lockheed Martin possesses UFOs, the company's continued innovations in aerospace technology will likely shape the future of flight and defense. Understanding the true extent of these advancements requires balancing national security interests with the public's right to know about developments that could have significant implications for society and our understanding of the universe. As of right now, while the idea that Lockheed Martin could have UFOs remains speculative, the company's legacy of innovation, involvement in secretive projects, and advanced technological capabilities provide a fertile ground for such theories. As public interest in UFOs grows and more information becomes available, we may gain a clearer understanding of the mysteries surrounding unidentified flying objects and the role of aerospace giants like Lockheed Martin in uncovering these mysteries. One question that many people have asked is, if UFOs aren't real, why have dozens of secret programmers been opened over the years to investigate them? The modern era of UFO sightings began in 1947, although thousands of UFO reports were made before this, predating the Wright brothers. Various projects have been opened with the sole purpose of investigating these mysterious aircrafts, along with assessing the potential threat posed by these sightings. Interestingly enough, the majority of these incidents were never explained, while only a few were explained as misidentifications or natural phenomena. One of the primary reasons for the persistent investigation of UFOs is national security. During the Cold War, the US and the Soviet Union were engaged in an intense technological and military rivalry. Unidentified objects in the sky were seen as potential threats, possibly advanced aircraft or surveillance devices developed by adversaries, and the inability to identify these objects created a sense of vulnerability. For instance, the US military's interest in UFOs during the 1950s and 1960s was partly driven by the fear that these sightings could be linked to Soviet advancements in aviation technology. Interestingly, during World War II, both Allied and Axis pilots reported mysterious aerial phenomena known as Foo fighters.